here with women's soccer player Vicki Traven. Vicki, first just talk about how the spring's been going so far. Another very competitive spring schedule. You know, how are things progressing for you guys?
They're looking great. You know, we started off with the spring just working on skills and lifting at first. Nothing too complicated, and it's great because we have this indoor facility here, so we were able to get touches on the ball, and I think that helped our game tremendously. We had some great spring games. We played teams like Notre Dame, Wright State. We just finished playing Cincinnati, and what's great about the spring is we've seen improvement on a weekly basis, and then definitely going into the games. And not only have we seen improvement like on the soccer field, but we've seen like the underclassmen have grown up and have matured, and that's just great to see.
You guys are coming off one of the most productive regular seasons in school history. You won a record for conference matches, another 10+ win seasons. Want to share the MAC regular season title, but you know, you didn't get the result you wanted in the conference tournament. First of all, just talk about how you thought the regular season unfolded, and you know what you guys took from that tough loss to Western Michigan in the semis.
I think going into season, we were picked to finish 6th in the MAC. Obviously, we lost a lot of key starters, so we kind of went in with a chip on our shoulder. We definitely had something to prove. Obviously, the season before that, we didn't end nearly how we wanted to either. So, just great work ethic during practice, and just awesome heart from the team led us to the over 10 win season, which was great. Losing to Western in the semis was rough, you know, and that left a bitter taste in our mouth, and that continues to drive our work ethic during practice, even into the spring and stuff. So our goal is to just come out in the fall, compete again, and get back to that spot, and hopefully have a different result.
Defense was one of the biggest keys last year to the success of the team. You know, you had a great defensive wall in front of you, and then you on the back end. You know, your group really came together as a real good cohesive unit. Talk a little bit about the play of the defense and your play in particular.
I think if you want to talk about the play of the defense, you have to start with the whole team. Our team defense in the fall was amazing, and that comes from the great pressure from our forwards up top, to ball winning and 50-50 balls in the midfield, to 1v1 defending in the back, and then I just kind of was there for anything else that came through. So great overall team defense, and that was one of our goals going into the fall. Like we said, defense is not a dirty word. So we made sure that was key, and our backline did come great together. I mean, Natalia and Megan Blake were fantastic. Kravitz has done amazing, especially with developing the tech as well, and the list is always consistent back there. So it was definitely great to see, and it was great to be part of, you know, and we definitely took a pride in keeping those shutouts, even when we had 1, 2, 3 goals in a game.
For you particularly, you've been banged up the last couple years. How are you feeling this spring? Are you pretty much over the bumps and bruises from the fall, and have you been able to participate in a full go this coming spring?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, obviously last spring I had the shoulder, so I came back from that. I was full go. The fall, exactly, I just got a little bit banged up, but nothing serious. In the spring I've been able to practice every single day, and just keep it rolling.
You being a senior coming up here, talk about the leadership that you want to bring to this team. This team has had great leaders over the years, and that's been a reason for their, being so successful. Talk about what you've tried to do to become a leader and for this upcoming fall.
As far as like me personally, I've definitely tried to bring a lot of energy and kind of be a leader through my play on the field. I think our class in general, as rising seniors, has done a great job of accepting what type of leadership roles we each have, whether it's you want to be vocal, whether you want to lead on the field and stuff like that. And it's just great to see how our class has stepped up into that leader role and been able to fill those shoes of like people like Aaron Flynn and Angela Brigheimer that are no longer here.
Talk about a little bit about this facility, just having the opportunity to play here when the weather's bad in the spring or even in the fall. To have this option to be able to come inside and get good touches on the ball and not lose a beat. You not have to take a day off of practice because of rain or when it gets later in the season because of inclement weather.
Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely a great facility to have. Like you said, we're getting touches on the ball every day, which helps with our foot skills and helps keep us sharp. And especially in the fall when it's raining a lot, it's good to keep our field at Scott Park nice as well because we're not tearing that up. So, and this being on campus is extremely nice. We are so fortunate to have it, and it's amazing to practice in.
And a final question: the schedule was just recently released. Talk a little bit about the schedule coming up. Getting an opportunity to host a Purdue, a Louisville, an Iowa State. Some marquee they come from marquee conferences, you know, and Scott Park has been a very tough place for opponents to win. It's got to be pretty excited to bring those type of caliber teams into your home field.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're thrilled. I mean, we came off last year having a really good non-conference schedule as well, and to be able, the work that coach has done in order to give us this type of non-conference is amazing, especially having those huge home games, and then also being able to travel places like Illinois and go down to Texas to play teams like Texas Tech. It's just amazing. It'll help us even more going into MAC play.
And I guess final question, talk about the excitement that you and your teammates have to get the opportunity to go back over to Europe and play and, you know, do some sightseeing, some touring, and then, you know, to try to build a little bit more camaraderie amongst each other.
I think we're extremely fortunate to have that chance to go over there. We'll be over there for 9 days. We'll play 3 games, so not only will we be keeping touches on the ball and being able to play international competition and see a different side of the game, but we'll also have that, like you said, team bonding and sightseeing as well, and I think it'll only benefit us and help continue to build our chemistry both on and off the field.
Well, thanks for your time. I appreciate it, and I look forward to speaking with you again this late in the summer, getting ready for the fall.
Thank you very much.